Imagine discovering a collection of ancient manuscripts that could completely transform our understanding of Jesus' spirituality and teachings. What if the truths we've sought for centuries have been concealed? What knowledge could these suppressed teachings unveil about our true nature? Why were certain texts excluded from the Bible? To find answers to these questions, we turn to the insights of Dolores, a hypnotherapist specializing in past life regression. She devoted her life to uncovering forgotten knowledge and spiritual truths. One of her notable works, They Walked with Jesus, explores the lives of those who knew Jesus personally and witnessed his teachings firsthand. Her research unveils aspects of well-known historical and religious figures, providing a deeper understanding of their lives and messages. Cannon used hypnosis to regress her patients to past lives where they experienced direct interactions with Jesus. Excluded from the Bible, the Gospel of Thomas and other ancient texts reveal hidden teachings of Jesus Christ that have the potential to transform our understanding of spirituality. If you want to unravel the mysteries of history and spirituality, be part of our community by subscribing to this channel. And if you appreciate the content we create, consider using the Super Thanks feature. Your engagement inspires us to continue exploring these ancient mysteries and sharing them with you. In 1945, a remarkable discovery in Nag Hammadi, Upper Egypt, brought to light 13 ancient manuscript scrolls bound in leather. Among these was the Gospel of Thomas, a text that offers a radically different perspective on the teachings of Jesus. The Nag Hammadi Library, often known for its manuscripts, houses Gnostic texts that the First Council of Nicaea in 325 AD excluded from the canonical Bible. But why were these texts banned? Were the truths they held deemed too controversial or powerful for inclusion in the New Testament? These teachings, long forgotten or intentionally obscured, invite us to look within and discover the divine within ourselves. They suggest that true spiritual growth comes from understanding and integrating these hidden messages into our lives. Jesus said, "Whoever discovers the interpretation of these words will not taste death." This profound statement sets the stage for our journey into these esoteric teachings. The First Council of Nicaea, convened by Emperor Constantine in 325 AD, played a crucial role in shaping the New Testament. This council aimed to unify Christian doctrine by determining which texts were considered canonical. During this process, the council excluded many writings, including the Gospel of Thomas. The growing Christian faith's need for consistency and simplicity drove the council's decisions. The Gospel of Thomas stands out because it emphasizes personal spiritual discovery over institutionalized doctrine. Unlike the canonical Gospels, which focus on the narrative of Jesus' life, death, and resurrection, the Gospel of Thomas is a collection of sayings attributed to Jesus. These sayings encourage individuals to seek the divine within themselves, a concept that was considered too radical for the early church's hierarchical structure. For instance, Jesus saying, "The kingdom is inside of you, and it is outside of you," underscores the belief that spiritual enlightenment comes from inner exploration and self-knowledge. This idea of finding the divine within contrasts sharply with the church's emphasis on external rituals and intermediaries. The Council of Nicaea's exclusion of such texts was not just about theological disagreements, but also about maintaining control over the interpretation of Christian teachings. By focusing on texts that supported a centralized religious authority, the early church leaders could ensure a more uniform and controllable religious practice. The Nag Hammadi manuscripts also shed light on the Gnostics, early Christians who believed in acquiring knowledge gnosis through personal spiritual experience. Mainstream Christianity often persecuted the Gnostics for their heretical beliefs. Their writings, however, provide valuable insights into the diverse spiritual landscape of early Christianity. By studying these ancient manuscripts, we open ourselves to a broader and more inclusive view of spiritual growth, one that encourages personal insight and direct experience of the divine. This journey into the past reveals not only the historical context of these texts, but also their enduring relevance in our quest for spiritual enlightenment. The Gospel of Thomas is a remarkable text that offers a collection of sayings attributed to Jesus, distinct from the narrative structure of the canonical Gospels. Unlike the New Testament Gospels, which focus on the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus, the Gospel of Thomas consists of 114 sayings, many of which begin with Jesus said. This structure presents a more direct and unfiltered view of Jesus' teachings. The sayings are often enigmatic, encouraging deep reflection and personal interpretation. One of the most striking aspects of the gospel is its emphasis on self-knowledge and inner divine presence. For instance, in saying 3, Jesus states, "If those who lead you say to you, 'See, the kingdom is in the sky,' then the birds of the sky will precede you. If they say, 'It is in the sea,' the fish will lead. Rather, the kingdom is inside of you, and it is outside of you." This teaching suggests that the divine kingdom is not a distant external place, but an inner reality accessible to all who seek it. If you find value in the content we create, consider using the Super Thanks feature. Your engagement and enthusiasm inspire us to continue exploring these ancient mysteries and sharing them with you. The gospel also highlights the concept of discovering one's true self. In saying 70, Jesus says, "If you bring forth what is within you, what you have will save you. If you do not release your innermost self, you will die." This profound statement underscores the importance of personal spiritual discovery and the transformative power of inner knowledge. But it often contrasts with the canonical Gospels by de-emphasizing the role of miracles and focusing more on wisdom and understanding. For instance, in saying 77, Jesus states, "I am the light that is over all things. I am all. From me all came forth, and to me all attained. Split a piece of wood, and I am there. Lift up the stone, and you will find me there." This metaphorical language reinforces the idea of Jesus as a universal, omnipresent force, accessible through everyday experiences and inner contemplation. The exclusion of the Gospel of Thomas from the canonical Bible likely stemmed from its challenging and unconventional views, which promoted personal spiritual authority over institutional religious structures. By advocating for a direct personal connection to the divine, this gospel posed a threat to the hierarchical nature of early Christian church leadership. The teachings found resonate with modern spiritual seekers who value personal insight and inner transformation. By exploring these sayings, individuals can gain a deeper understanding of Jesus' message and its relevance to their own spiritual journeys. The gospel encourages a shift from external worship to internal reflection, inviting believers to discover the divine within themselves. This gospel invites us to embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment. Its sayings, attributed directly to Jesus, provide a unique perspective that emphasizes personal insight and inner wisdom. Saying 3 prominently features one of the central themes in the gospel: the kingdom is inside of you, and it is outside of you. This suggests a non-dualistic view of reality, where the divine is not a separate, external entity, but an intrinsic part of our being. It encourages individuals to look inward for spiritual truths rather than relying solely on external authorities or institutions. Saying 70 delves deeper into the theme of self-knowledge. "If you bring forth what is within you, what you have will save you. If you do not release your innermost self, you will die." This highlights the transformative power of inner wisdom. By understanding and expressing our true selves, we can achieve spiritual salvation. Conversely, ignoring or suppressing our inner knowledge can lead to spiritual stagnation or decline. In saying 108, Jesus says, "Whoever drinks from my mouth will become like me. I myself shall become that person, and the hidden things will be revealed to them." This suggests that true discipleship involves internalizing the teachings to the point where the disciple becomes one with the teacher. It implies a profound transformation where the seeker attains the same level of understanding and enlightenment as the teacher. Saying 39 asserts that the Pharisees and the scribes have taken the keys of knowledge and hidden them. They themselves have not entered, nor have they allowed those who wish to enter. This criticizes religious authorities who obscure true spiritual knowledge and prevent others from accessing it. It underscores the gospel's advocacy for direct personal spiritual experience over rigid, institutionalized religion. In saying 14, Jesus says, "If you fast, you will bring sin upon yourselves, and if you pray, you will be condemned, and if you give alms, you will do harm to your spirits." This provocative statement suggests that true spirituality is not about adhering to prescribed religious practices, but about genuine inner transformation. It criticizes superficial acts of piety that do not lead to real spiritual growth. The esoteric nature of the gospel requires readers to engage deeply with its content, prompting reflection and personal interpretation. This aligns with the Gnostic tradition of seeking hidden knowledge through inner revelation. This text encourages us to shift from passive acceptance of religious dogma to active, personal exploration of spiritual truths. The gospel offers rich teachings that emphasize personal enlightenment, inner wisdom, and direct spiritual experience. Its sayings challenge conventional religious practices and advocate for a more intimate and transformative approach to spirituality. The hidden teachings of Jesus offer a rich and transformative perspective on spirituality, one that encourages self-discovery and personal growth. These teachings, long obscured by historical and religious biases, provide valuable insights that can enrich our spiritual journeys and help us uncover the divine potential that lies within each of us. Consider the idea that the kingdom of heaven is not a distant place, but rather an inner reality that awaits discovery. Consider how bringing forth what is within you can lead to true spiritual awakening and fulfillment. To reach enlightenment, the Gospel of Thomas advises embracing inner wisdom and divinity rather than external doctrines. By seeking knowledge, understanding our true selves, and embracing the divine presence inside us, we can embark on a journey toward infinite spiritual growth and enlightenment. If you found this discussion thought-provoking and would like to receive more insights into ancient wisdom and spiritual teachings, be part of our community by subscribing to our channel. Keep your minds open, continue to seek the truth, and until we meet again, may you find the divine light within you. See you in the next video.